Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? Hope you're doing great. My name is Tyler Ryan. I'm here with you again for another video. Normally I talk about style, confidence, and self-love, so subscribe if you're not already to keep informed on those things, but today's gonna be a little bit different. So I'm gonna try to keep it short, sweet, and to the point. Well, I decided to participate in the Vlogbrothers, who are awesome if you don't know them, Project for Awesome. It's an annual thing they have going on, and you can read more about it in the description below. I've linked it, so that's there. But basically, they feature and live stream different videos like this one advocating for different charities and try to raise money for those charities. They also have an Indiegogo campaign which you can donate, I'll link below. But the charity that I chose to advocate for and speak about means a lot to me personally, and it is the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation, or JDRF as they go by now. Last year, my nephew, or was actually my little cousin, but I call him a nephew because he's like 20 years younger than me, but he is my little cousin, was diagnosed with diabetes at the age of 3. I was visiting my aunt and her husband last year. They have 2 kids, Lincoln being the 3-year-old, and he was sick while we were there. And we just thought maybe he was, had a cold, it was moody, or something was going on. Turns out after we left, he had to be hospitalized because he wasn't getting any better, he was getting worse. And they had no idea what was wrong. And my aunt sent me this picture of him in the hospital, and she said when she looks back at this picture, it makes her so sad because she can see the look on his face and the fact that they didn't know what was wrong or couldn't have done anything sooner. Turns out he was in diabetic ketoacidosis. I don't know if I said that right, but that's what she told me it was. Basically, it means his blood sugar was too high for too long and it was building up acid in his body. And since his cells couldn't use the sugar in his body to transform into energy, his cells started eating the fat in his body for energy. And basically his body was attacking itself, trying to survive. When they got to the hospital, his blood sugar was around 667, which for kids, it shouldn't be over 200. And keep in mind, this is a little 3-year-old boy who has no idea what is going on, just that he's hurting. And the fact that his parents can't help him and don't know what's going on. It was a scary time for our family and a scary time for my aunt, and I can only imagine the pain that she felt as his mother, like not being able to help him or know what's wrong and just seeing your child sitting there hurting. So JDRF is the leading global organization funding type 1 diabetes research. Their vision is a world without type 1 diabetes. Their mission is accelerating life-changing breakthroughs to prevent, cure, and treat type 1 diabetes. Type 1 diabetes is a disease that strikes in both children and adults suddenly. It has nothing to do with diet or lifestyle. At the moment, there's nothing you can do to prevent it, and there is no cure. So that's what the JDRF is all about, is funding research for type 1 diabetes and how they can complete their mission and their vision and help people who encounter this life-changing disease. My little cousin now has a device in his arm that has to be changed every week. And it's actually an amazing technology because it monitors his blood and his blood sugar levels and lets them know if there's anything to be worried about. And it's because of JDRF and the research and funding that they're experimenting with technology that they're doing that my little cousin now has a device in his arm that allows my aunt and their family to make their lives a little bit more easy and stress-free. Also, the medicine and doctor visits are crazy expensive, and my aunt said she doesn't know how people without insurance afford it. So you may think of diabetes as having to get your finger pricked or take a shot every now and then, which those are very important things that no one would want to have to do. But it really is a life-threatening disease, and at any moment, something could happen. My little cousin has to have 4 injections a day of insulin into his body. My cousin's mom and dad have to measure on a scale everything he eats so they make sure he's getting the right amount of sugar in his body. They have to use a formula to determine how much insulin to give him, and the calculation is different for each meal. Luckily, my little cousin Lincoln is a trooper, and he's already starting to do his own blood test before every meal at the age of 4. It's something no one should have to go through, and it's scary if it does happen to you. I can only imagine if I had a child how I would feel. But the good thing is there's the organizations like the JDRF who is doing research into technology, into cures, and hopefully preventing and finding a cure for a disease like type 1 diabetes. So that's a little bit about the JDRF for type 1 diabetes and why it means so much to me personally, and especially so much to my aunt. So consider donating. I will put the link to their website in the link below. I will also link you to the Project for Awesome with the Vlogbrothers so you can check out their website, Indiegogo campaign, and find out what that's all about. But I just wanted to share this with you guys. Hopefully you listen and have an open heart, take this into consideration, and put yourself in someone else's shoes for a little bit. And I believe if we have the means and the ability, we should give and try to make the world a better place and help others who maybe aren't in as good of a position as we are in. So it's through people like us, people like you, donating to charities and researching and learning that we're able to make the world a better place. This is my message to you. Maybe you've learned something, maybe your heart is open to consider to give, not just to this organization, but different charities and organizations. And I think it's something we should all try to learn about and put more of our time and effort in, and to be less selfish and more selfless, and give to others, help others, learn, educate yourself, and try to make the world a little bit brighter each and every day. Thank you for watching, guys. I hope you learned something. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos. I will see you in the next one. Bye.